Jordan Peterson say that the change is triggered by pain. So whenever the pain is going for long enough, it's triggering and pushing people to change themselves, to review themselves, to examine their behaviors, their thinking process, their actions, to reflect on that. And it's bringing and leading most of people to change. I went through that myself because I've been experiencing a persistent issue for about 6 weeks now, and it has led me to reflect on myself. So about myself, I came to realize that I'm the type of person who would usually put the blame on others for my actions and my wrongs, my faults. I would usually put the blame on people. I would jump to conclusion. Would be impulsive, would be pessimistic about the human nature. But this issue, because it's been persistent and going long enough, I came to acknowledge that, oh, I thought I was genuine, but I actually wasn't. I thought I was honest, but I actually wasn't. I was lying and hiding things. In some senses, I was cheating too. I reflected on that, and I cried on my bed. I cried hard, and it has led me back to something I had forgotten, something I had left away, and pushed aside for long enough. Change. Most people change. Changing positively is also called growing, and growing is maturity. You have to be resilient. You have to be able to learn from your mistakes and implement the change. It's gonna make you a better person, a better human. But before talking about change, you first need to acknowledge your bad and wrongs. You've got to acknowledge that. You've got to acknowledge your state of mind is wrong. It's just destroying everything. It's scattering everything. It's bringing and creating pain to others, because pain will only bring pain, and hurt will only bring hurt. If you hurt someone, the person naturally would want to hurt you back. The person will hurt you back. If you disappoint someone, you break the trust people had in you, it will have some consequences. So instead of blaming people, it's about the right time that you stop and start reflecting on yourself, reflecting on you, on your behaviors, on your actions, on your thinking process. Sometimes it's good not to be rushing things. When this situation happened to me, I was trying to rush things, so I was kind of overlapping. I was missing the point. But fortunately for me, it went long enough. It was above my control. It went long enough to trigger the change, to make me stop and say, oh, maybe it's the right time that I examine myself and yes, and just realize that I was wrong. I was wrong. I was totally wrong. My thinking process was wrong. My behaviors, my actions, everything were wrong. Were completely wrong. And I'm glad I've realized it now. So once you realize it, you now need to go to people and apologize for what you've done, what you have acknowledged in yourself. Don't push people. Don't push people. You have to forgive me, because people have been hurt. It's real. Just push people like that. And I was I was so impatient, as I said right in the beginning. I was so impatient. That was my nature. I wanted, okay, because I've acknowledged that, you need to forgive me now. But actually, this is not how things work. You need to give people space and give them time to think and to realize that you've changed. You need to show your good face. You need to show people that you've changed. So it's taking a while. It's a long and painful process. It's not because you feel that you've changed that other people are going to perceive it. They need time to see that you've changed. They need time to see you're a better person. They need time to forgive you. It's painful. It's painful, but it's necessary. If we have to be better human being, if we have to be better parents, better partners, better friends, better brothers and sisters and cousins and whatever, the change is necessary. We need to stop at one point and reflect on ourselves. Reflect, thoroughly reflect. So this has also brought me back to God, because He is the one I pushed aside and pushed away. He had become like a God that I was putting in my pocket and taking out only when I wanted. This change brought me back to Him and made me realize that, I need Him for the change, because I still believe that no one can change himself. Despite the pain, despite your goodwill to change, you cannot change yourself. It's impossible. You need something that is beyond you, beyond yourself, beyond your own power, your own understanding, to come and change you. Otherwise, without Him, the change that you're going to implement is going to be a superficial change, and you're going to just come back to your old self. But the key thing is to change deeply and thoroughly, seriously change. So I went back to God. I've been praying, but the change is taking time. You've got to be patient. Whoever you've hurt, if these people are meant to be in your life, they will be there. And things come in life with seasons. There is a season for everything, and there is a reason for everything. So if you were with people, your attitude have hurt people despite the effort of these people to forgive you, despite the time that these people invested in you. If you've hurt them and these people have decided to take their distance away, so when you acknowledge that, when the pain is there, when the pain is real, maybe you became sick or something, it doesn't matter what triggers the change. And when you apologize, just give people time. It's painful, it's hurting, but if you've really changed, if you really want this to work, just step aside, step back, and give people the time to reflect, because we are individual people. We need to think on our own. No one is dependent to anyone for his thoughts. So you need to give people the time to process whatever information you're giving them. And if they are meant to be in your life, they will come back. If they are not meant to be in your life, they will go. But you will have gained experience, wisdom, and maturity. Because the most important thing is that it's going to make you a better person, a better human, a better partner, a better son, a better brother, friend. It's going to make you a better person. So don't regret. Work on yourself. Someone said, a pastor is from Nigeria, he said, whenever you're praying and you see silence in your life, it means that God is doing three things. The first thing is working on you. You are the vessel He wants to use. You are that vessel, but you may not yet be ready for the mission he's gonna give you. So you need to be patient and just trust in him. The second thing is he's setting up the environment, the atmosphere for you, everything, your surrounding. He's setting up everything for you. Just trust in him. He's battling and seeing battles for you. Just give him thanks for whatever you don't see, whatever you don't know, whatever you don't understand. Just give him thanks for that. The third thing is patience. He's building up your patience and your ability in fully trusting and fully resting in him. So that's what you should be doing. Even when it's painful, it's hurting, it's cutting, you feel like, no, I cannot do it anymore. I have to give up. Don't give up. Just keep trusting in him. Just keep going forward. Keep a positive attitude. Just keep going. The right things will come along. Serve God. Pray. Give thanks. Just give thanks for everything, for everything. Keep trusting in him. Keep trusting in him. You've been unfaithful, but he's the faithful God. The reason why I'm talking about God is because people tend to believe in evil, in Satan, the demon, and all of that. So if that exists, it has to be a counterforce to that. So if devil exists, angels do exist. If Satan exists, God has to exist. It has to be there cannot be no darkness without light. There cannot be no day without night. It's impossible. No water without a flat surface, a solid and dried surface. Everything exists in pairs and in opposites in life. God does exist. It doesn't matter what science tells you. It doesn't matter what path you've taken in life. Just know for sure. I'm no one. I am no one. I'm just a mere human like you. I'm no doctors, no PhD, no master student. I'm just a human, another human. I'm rational, but in my rationality, I believe and I know that God exists for sure. Thank you so much for watching me. Please press the like button, push it, and subscribe to my page. I see you in the next video. Thank you.